Welcome back to Portledge Basketball. Daniel Shalom with you here from the home of the Long Island Lutheran Crusaders, number 19 in the country. Portledge's biggest test of the year, waiting for them in about 10 seconds as they come into this one 15-3 on the season, 7-0 in conference play, led by head coach A.J. Allen, assistant coach Nicholas Tatikas, and it's going to be a fun one for this Portledge team. Why don't we go through your starting five? It's the shooting guard, number 23, the senior, the star, Zaire Baines. Number 25, the shooting guard, Anthony Foulette. He is a junior. Number 2, the guard, Isaiah Ross, a senior. Number 24, Joseph Skandalios, the point guard, also a senior. And capping off the starting five is shooting guard, number 21, Brandon Lorber. And as for the LuHi Lutheran Crusaders, who sit at number 19 in the country, they come into this one at 12-4. Portledge is going to want to try and make a statement win. We talked to Coach A.J. Allen beforehand. He said this is all preparation for them for the playoffs. They want to win this game, at least be close, so they'll be ready for their PSAA playoffs next week.
For visiting Portledge, head coach by A.J. Allen.
As we are waiting for player introductions.
At the guard position, a junior, number 25, Anthony Foulette.
And as we see Foulette introduced here, Foulette has been a prolific player on this team. He is one of the best, and he is going to take the face and be the face of this program starting next year. As we see number 21, Brandon Lorber, come out. Lorber is just transitioned into a starter this year on varsity. As we see Joseph Skandalios, the leader on the JV team, now on the varsity team, first-year starter. And number 2, Isaiah Ross, the senior. Him and Baines have been the prolific duo that have led this Portledge team for years. And now our star, number 23, 32 points off of 3,000 points, Zaire Baines. And we shall see Baines and this Portledge team try and put up a heavy fight against this very hard LuHi team who are just coming off a win last game. As we see the Crusaders being introduced, John Buck, the head coach, sitting at 12-4. As we see Jaden Reed, him and Jaden Pierre are the stars for this LuHi team. Jaden Reed is not committed anywhere yet. We'll see where he goes. As we see number 4, James Johnner gets introduced.
At the guard position, a senior, number 5, Lou Hutchinson.
So we see Lou Hutchinson come into the game. He's starting for LuHi. He's a senior, 6'6".
A senior, number 25, Jackson.
As we see Jackson Crowe, number 25, the big 6'9" center with the mustache. He is a big man, and he is not committed to college yet. As we see the star of the team, number 1, Jaden Pierre, come in, as Pierre is committed to play at St. Francis Prep for college next year. Crusaders were at Montfort Academy about a week ago in Florida, where they did not win the tournament. They lost their last game in the semifinals, but they will look to bounce back against this tough Portledge team. Portledge was here about a year ago with their starting five being Primer, Ross, Baines, Daly, and Anthony Foulette. Now, we'll see if they replicate and hopefully get better this time. They lost by 40 last time they were here. Looking to improve that. They have a much deeper squad. They have a nice bench of Brandon Torres and Dan Ancaranco, the young guns. But we will see as we are just getting ready for tip-off. It will be Ross and Jackson Crowe in the center for tip. Portledge looking to make a statement win in their second game against a top 25 opponent in the country this year. As here we go. Ross, Crowe. Of course, Ross steals it off the inbound. He'll kick it to Foulette, right side. Foulette to the basket, kicks inside to Ross. Ross is fouled. He'll be going to the line for 2 shots. Portledge trying to make a close game, make it close early. We'll see if they can do that as the foul is on
LuHi fouls on
number 25, Jackson Crowe. They can't lose him. He's their star center.
At the line shooting
It will
two,
be
number 2,
Isaiah Ross to shoot 2. Ross misses his first. It's just short. 7:53 if you're just joining us. Portledge visiting LuHi here on this Saturday afternoon. This is the second from Ross. He'll miss both. So Portledge cannot get on the board as LuHi will take it down. Here's Jaden Pierre. Pierre, he'll dish cross-court to James John. Now John passes it inside. Crowe. Crowe gets it. Stolen by Skindalios, and they're going to call no basket. And I think it's going to be on Skindalios. No, it'll be on Brandon Lorber. And it'll be an on-the-floor foul going to LuHi. It'll be the impound here by Jaden Pierre. Pierre inbounds long to James John. Now John will kick it back to Pierre. Pierre at the three-point line, guarded by Isaiah Ross. Here is Pierre. Pierre will kick it cross court to James John. John inside, gets blocked by Foulette. And Skindalios comes down with it. He'll pass to Zaire Baines. Baines to Ross as they bring it up the court. Portledge looking to play a nice guarded game here so far. Here's Ross. He'll try and dish it off as the shot clock is at 20. Ross inside. Shot was hard, and it is no good. Taken down by Lewis Hutchinson. Hutchinson down court all the way down, and it'll be in for Jaden Pierre, his first of the game.
First 2 points of the game.
Here's Anthony Foulette. Foulette has put up 40 points against the Dwight School earlier this season, as it's now Skindalios. Once again, Portledge in the blue, LuHi in the white. Here's Foulette. Foulette drives inside. It is no good. Rebounded by Lorber. He can't come up with it. Jaden Pierre takes it down court to Jaden Reed. Reed's going to lay it in for 2. Portledge down 4-0 early as Zaire Baines gets double teamed. He'll kick it to Foulette. Foulette to Ross. Ross inside as they're going to call a charge on Ross. The composure in Portledge quickly crumbling. You can see it. We'll see if they can get themselves composed and stay in this game. Jaden Pierre, the commit to St. Francis, brings it up. Now James John, stolen by Skindalios. Ross brings it up off the steal by Skindalios. Ross, now Skindalios holding. Faced up against a tough defender. Lorber comes up with it. He'll give it to Ross. Ross to Skindalios, now to Foulette. The ball movement looking good for Portledge. Zaire Baines isolated as now he'll get it on the baseline. He'll kick it to Ross. Ross to Lorber. Lorber wanted to shoot, doesn't. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Isaiah Ross. Ross from 3. Can't get it. Taken down by Jaden Reed. Reed floats it all the way up, slammed by James John, and Portledge needs a timeout early. Coach A.J. Allen frustrated as with 5:36 left to go in the first quarter, Portledge takes their first timeout. Portledge are in it. They just can't get the ball movement going. We see it when they're in the offensive zone. Everyone's covered. Everyone's isolated. Zaire Baines is being shut down. And without Zaire Baines, their other options are Anthony Foulette and Isaiah Ross. Ross has taken 3 shots, hasn't been able to get any. We'll see if they can change that. I wonder what Coach A.J. Allen is saying in the timeout. LuHi's loving it. They're smiling. But as for Portledge, they need to get on the board, and they need to put some pressure on. It will be a Portledge ball out of the timeout. They looked good. Skindalios has had a steal. I apologize, but they need to get things going. It'll be Ross on the inbound. Portledge just trying to compose themselves. Looking to Foulette. Foulette double team now to Ross. Ross brings it up court, pass it to Skindalios. This is a good ball movement. Lorber has it. Lorber inside for 2. That's what Portledge needs. 6-2. As here comes Jaden Pierre. He'll pass it over to Jaden Reed. Reed floats it. Slammed down by Crowe. 2 straight slams for LuHi. As now here's Zaire Baines. Baines to Foulette. Foulette inside, reverse lay, cannot get it. As here comes Jaden Reed. Reed inside. He'll lay it in for 2 more. Portledge now down by 8. Lorber inbounds to Scandalios. Scandalios to Foulette. The lane is open. Foulette is pushing. He gets double teamed. He spin moves, and it's a nice 360 spin for the bucket. 10-4. Here comes LuHi. Jaden Pierre now 3-pointer by Lewis Hutchinson was no good. Portledge can't come down with it. LuHi got the offensive rebound. Now here's Jaden Pierre. Pierre kicked inside, stolen by Scandalios again. Portledge comes up with the ball as now Jackson Crowe fouls Anthony Foulette. It'll be his second of the game. Crowe getting into foul trouble early.
LuHi foul is on number 25, Jackson Crowe. That is his first. Correction, his second. Team second. Coming into the game for the Crusaders is number 20, MD Ndai.
MD Ndai comes into the game. The player from Cameroon, as Crowe is in foul trouble, so they'll take him out. Here comes Isaiah Ross all the way down the court. Ross pulls up from mid-range, hits it. 10-6, Portledge competing with 4:15 left to go in the first quarter of play. Reed now to Jaden Pierre. Pierre controlling the offense. Pierre still has it. He's being double teamed, so now they'll kick it to Jaden Reed. Now in the corner for 3, it is good. James John. Portledge down by 6, 12-6 game. Here comes Isaiah Ross. Zaire Baines on the ball. Baines is going to bring it up. He'll kick it to Ross. Portledge down only by a little bit. Ross all the way inside. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. 13-6 game with 3:34 left to go in the first quarter of play. Ross has been to the line once in this game. On the first possession of the game, he missed both as he'll get another chance to try and make it this time around.
LuHi foul is on number 20, MD Ndai. That is his first, team's third. At the line shooting 2 is number 2, Isaiah Ross.
Here's Isaiah Ross's first. Ross misses his first.
Coming into the game,
He hasn't been able to get the foul shooting down. Now Finley Sheridan comes into the game, number 21 for Adami Adaye. As Ross's second is made, 13-7 game, Portledge down by 6. Here's Jaden Reed. He kicks to Pierre. Yup, got it. Jaden Pierre for 3. 16-7, Portledge down by 9. Here's Foulette. Foulette floats it, and he'll get it for 2. A nice play by Anthony Foulette. 16-19, LuHi. Portledge down, 3 minutes to go, as it'll be James John. He'll get into it, 2 straight threes for LuHi. 19-9 game, Portledge down by 10 with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. See Brandon Torres getting ready to come in for Portledge. Foulette to the lane, blocked by John.
Coming into the game for the Panthers is number 13, Brandon Torres. And in the game
Brandon Lorber will come off for Portledge.
20, MD.
And MD Adai comes back into the game. Jaden Pierre comes off for LuHi as they'll just take a little rest. Portledge down by 10. They do have the possession. Zaire Baines has been totally shut down in this one so far. Not able to be getting anything going. Kick into Foulette. Foulette is immediately hit. And this will be a foul on the floor. It'll be a push, and it's on James John. Team's 4th, James John's first. Here's Baines. Inbound play not seeming to work for Portledge as they'll get it into Ross. Ross kicks to Baines. Baines finally getting the ball. He hasn't taken a shot this game. Baines makes a move. 3-pointer. Zaire Baines gives Portledge some life. 19-12. Jaden Reed has it. And now LuHi back on ball. James John in the right corner. John, they're going to call foul here on Zaire Baines.
Portledge foul
James John's first, no good. 19-12 with 2:24 left to go in the first quarter of play here from LuHi. Coach A.J. Allen has been loud, really emphasizing how much this means to his Portledge players. Drive all the way downfield. Skandalios can't get it. It was a nice play by Zaire Baines, driving all the way inside, taking the defenders off Skandalios, but he can't put it in, as now Jaden Reed will miss. Rebounded there, and then blocked by Foulette, but it was rebounded by Ndaye, who came from Cameroon. Number 20 on LuHi in the white. He came from Cameroon, now in New York City, playing basketball for this team. As now this will come off of Isaiah Ross. They're going to stay LuHi ball, as it's 20-12 with 2:03 left to go in this first quarter. All the way cross court, Foulette is on Reed. Reed drives inside, he'll kick it in. Blocked by Torres, taken by Skandalios. Oh, and Skandalios gives it away. And they'll give up 2 points on the turnover there by Skandalios. Portledge needs to compose themselves, they're down by 10. Ross to Baines. Baines all the way inside, as they're gonna call foul. It'll be on number 21, Finley Sheridan.
That is his first, the team's fifth.
Team fifth foul so far. As it'll be kicked into Torres. Now Torres can't get in on the scoring, just misses. As here come LuHi, they'll kick it all the way down court, Foulette on him. As Jaden Reed for three, it's there. The three ball has been hurting Portledge, as they're down by 13 in the first quarter with 1:16 left to go. They need something to spark them. Foulette, mid-range, can't hit. Rebounded by Torres. Portledge keeps the possession. Now Baines. Baines needs to get something started, as now Torres has it off the block shot on Baines. Torres still has it, kicks it cross court to Foulette. Foulette wants to pull up, doesn't, drives to the basket, leaves it for Torres. 17 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Ross kicks it out to Skandalios. Now Skandalios to Torres, 40 seconds left on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Skandalios to Baines. Baines from deep, can't hit it. And LuHi comes up with it. Jaden Reed down court, finger rolls it, misses, but Ndaye is right there to put it in. Baines brings it back up court with Portledge down by 15 at the end of the first. They'll just keep the possession and hope to get a shot off. Baines kicks it to Ross. Now Ross drives inside and he's going to get fouled. It'll be on number 21, Finley Sheridan, again for a block.
Finley Sheridan, that is his second, the team's sixth. In the game for the Panthers is number 21, Brandon Lorber. And in the game for the Crusaders.
The big thing for Portledge going into the second quarter is going to be, can they use the bonus to their advantage? They will get it because they're only one shy of it. They're just going to need to use it. And I definitely do not think that Portledge thinks they're out of this game so far. They're not giving up just yet, as this is now out of bounds, and it'll be Portledge ball still.
Panthers ball.
Baines to inbound. He'll float it. Ross comes down with it. Now Baines has it in the corner with 5. Baines for 3. Can't get it. Lorber hard on the rebound. Nothing there. 1 second left. Finley Sheridan shoots it right into the scoreboard, as it will end a 27-12 first quarter. Portledge down by 15.
And your LuHi Lutheran Crusaders, 27.
There's been some missed points opportunities on the free throws. 3 missed so far. And Portledge is going to need to use the free throws to their advantage in the second quarter. The Panthers here are not out in this game by any means. We talked to Coach A.J. Allen pregame about playing Cardinal Hayes, where they lost by 23 on Thursday. He said, they played their style. They just lost focus towards the end of the game. They were in it. They were there. They just lost some steam, and they're going to try and keep that steam in this game. Now, at the same time, he's saying that this game is not the most important. It's all preparation for their playoffs in about a week. And that'll be on their senior night. We'll be with you for that one. But they'll be in the PSAA quarterfinals at home, and they should be able to win that. But here today, they need to do something to get some type of momentum started. They were close in the beginning, and they let it slip just like A.J. Allen said it did against Cardinal Hayes. They need to do something here. It'll be LuHi ball out of the second quarter. Portledge just looking for answers. We'll see if they come up with one. So here comes Jaden Reed back in the game. Inside, Finley Sheridan. Now it is a missed bucket. Portledge can't get the rebound. They have not been able to rebound this game. It'll stay on the floor, foul. And that is something A.J. Allen can shake his head about and not be happy about as the foul goes on Brandon Lorber, his second of the game.
Brandon Lorber, that is his second, the team's fourth.
Team fourth foul. Skandalios comes back in for Lorber. As it'll be Jaden Pierre to inbound, Pierre to Reed. Reed's gonna pull up. Reed is short. Foulette comes down with the rebound. Portledge gets the defensive stop they needed as they'll kick it long to Skandalios. Skandalios can't get it. It's the missed buckets that are hurting Portledge. They need to convert on open opportunities. Kicked inside, stolen by Foulette, and this is gonna be a Panther ball turnover by LuHi. Here comes Foulette. Foulette driving hard against James Johns. Foulette inside. It'll roll in for two. 27-14, Portledge down by 13. They need some defensive stops. Can't be leaving James John open as now it'll be Reed inside. And he's gonna travel. Turnover, Portledge ball. You can see the momentum starting to shift. They need to take advantage of it. Torres to inbound. As it'll be Skandalios. Skandalios is gonna leave it for Foulette as Portledge will try and get another score on this possession. Here's Foulette looking deep into James John's eyes. Foulette passes it to Skandalios for an easy two. Portledge down by 11. They've cut the lead by 4. Jaden Pierre on it. As here's Jaden Reed. Now to Finley Sheridan. Sheridan cross court to James John. James John isolated as it'll come back to Pierre. Pierre guarded by Baines, and he's going to say they stepped out of bounds. It'll be a turnover and a Portledge ball. Coach A.J. Allen is liking what he's seeing as it'll be Skandalios to inbound for Portledge. Packed house here at LuHi today as Foulette brings it up for Portledge. Here's Anthony Foulette. Foulette blocked on his three as he's now fouled. As now Coach A.J. Allen is arguing with the referee, and it's a Portledge foul on Anthony Foulette.
That is his first, the team's fifth.
Team fifth. A.J. Allen is very upset right now. Here is Jaden Pierre. He'll dish it off to Jaden Reed. Portledge couldn't make anything of the turnover by Pierre. Here's Reed. Reed kicks inside. Shot up and good. There by Lewis Hutchinson. Here's Torres. Torres drives all the way inside. Torres to the basket, blocked, stolen by LuHi. And you can see Jaden Reed is moving hard to James John. James John reverse layup missed. The second layup missed. Portledge can't come down to the rebound. That's 2 rebounds they have missed. Now the three-pointer by James Johns is good. And the lead is back up to 16. 32-16. LuHi leading by double here with 5:30 left to go in the second quarter. Now it'll be Foulette. He dishes to Torres. Torres to Scandalios. Zaire Baines hasn't been able to get started in this game. He's been guarded tight by Jaden Pierre. Here is Baines. Baines drives inside. He'll kick it off to Torres. Now Torres gets the ball stolen from him. Foulette comes out with it. 6 on the shot clock. Foulette from 3. In and out, no good. Bad break for Portledge. As here is Jaden Reed. Reed up and good. The shots are becoming automatic as Portledge is down to 18. They were in it. They were down by 11, but now they're down by 18 in this one, 34-16. We'll see if Zaire Baines can get something started with 4:47 left to go. Foulette, deep 3. No good. Taken down by Finley Sheridan. Sheridan doesn't stop as he loses the ball. Stolen by Torres on the block. Good stuff there as here comes Isaiah Ross. Ross to Scandalios to Foulette. Zaire Baines looking for ball. Portledge needs something to get back in it. A foul, a shot. Scandalios cannot make it as now it's 2 missed threes for him in the past 4 minutes of play. Seamlessly, you thought it'd be in by Jaden Reed. He misses his layup, and it's still an 18-point game with Portledge having the possession. Torres is going to pull up from 3. He gets it. They're going to call it a 2-pointer.
Number 13, Brandon Torres. That's a 2.
34-18. Portledge still down by 16. James John from 3, too hard. And Foulette almost came up with it, but who is there? It was Jaden Reed, but they're going to call a foul on the floor. No basket. On 25, it'll be Anthony Foulette, his second of the game.
Portledge foul on number 25, Anthony Foulette. That is his second, the team's 6th. In the game for the Panthers is number 50, Dan Onkoroko. And in the game for the Crusaders is number 25.
The three-pointer is no good as LuHi once again comes down with the offensive rebound. Crowe will put it in as he comes back in. Portledge down by 18. Ross drives, can't get it, now to Foulette. Foulette, she's still driving on Jaden Pierre. He'll step back, his shot is blocked. Onkoroko kept it in. Foulette on the floor, he had it. Now Onkoroko falls down, and this is gonna be a foul on Portledge. The foul goes on Dan Onkoroko.
Number 50, Dan Onkoroko. That is his first, the team's 7th.
So now it'll be 1-and-1s for LuHi as Portledge has allowed LuHi to get into the bonus.
Will be number 25, Jackson Crowe.
Crowe, the big 6'9" center. We saw him last year. He's a senior now. He weighs 230. He is from Alberta, as he misses this free throw. And Scandalios is going to come up with it. Dishes to Ross as Portledge are down by 18 with 3 minutes left to go in the first half of play. Ross lost it. He comes up with it and dishes to Foulette. Foulette gets his 2. 36-20. Portledge down by 16 as it'll be Jaden Pierre to bring it up. Pierre in the corner. Three-pointer is too hard. Crowe on the rebound. Misses. And Portledge do not come up with it. Another shot missed. Now they come up with it. Ross is going to bring it up. Baines is looking for the ball. He's not getting it. Ross now to Scandalios for 3. Can't get it. That's Scandalios' 3rd miss from 3. He hasn't been able to hit today. As it's going to be a hold on Joe Scandalios. Foul on the floor, but it'll be 1-and-1s.
That is his first, the team's 8th.
Still a 16-point game.
Will be number 12, Caden Mingo.
It's Caden Mingo to shoot 2. Mingo makes his first, so he'll get one more as James Johns comes back on for Jaden Reed.
Caden Mingo, 1 shot.
Portledge are going to get the rebound. Foulette comes down with it. So Mingo goes 1 for 2 from the line as it's a 37-20 game with 2 minutes left to go, give or take, in the second half. Ross's floater was too short as here comes LuHi again. They're making the ball movement look like a fantasy game as now it'll come off Jackson Crowe. He is mad and it'll be a Portledge ball on the turnover. Lorber is back into the game. Here's Foulette. Foulette to Lorber. Baines. Baines has it. He has 1 3-pointer in the game so far, nothing more. Scandalios, 14 on the shot clock. Scandalios has it. He dishes to Lorber. Lorber to Baines. Baines, long 3. He was fouled. He'll go to the line for 3 shots. Fouls on number 1, Jaden Pierre.
The foul is on number 1, Jaden Pierre. That is his first, the team's 7th. At the line, shooting 3 will be number 23, Zaire Baines.
Baines looking to get back on the score sheet. He misses his first. Unlike him. Baines' second shot is no good. He's missed 2 out of the 3 free throws. This is not like Zaire Baines. So Baines will make 1 as it's a 37-21 game. LuHi moving the ball around. James John kicks it to Mingo. Now to Pierre. Pierre inside to Johns. Johns shot too hard, rebounded by Lorber. He's been a big rebounder for this team. Here comes Anthony Foulette. Foulette almost got the ball taken from him. He comes back up with it. Now here's Zaire Baines with 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Dan Ankaranko can't get it. As the coaching staff is mad on Portledge. The 3 ball is too hard, rebounded by Foulette. 33 seconds, 40 on the game clock. So Portledge will have to take a shot here. Here's Baines. Baines pulls up from 2-point range. It is no good. The rebound is going to be a jump ball. Jump ball, it'll stay Portledge ball.
Jump ball. That will be Portledge ball. In the game for Portledge is number 2, Isaiah Ross.
Ross comes back in for Lorber with 27.5, meaning Portledge can keep the possession if they want to for the rest of the half. Inbound play to Baines gets stolen. Scandalios turns it over all the way down. Slammed down by James John. Portledge is going to have 15 seconds to work as they're down by 18. Zaire Baines is looking for a ball, but it'll be Ross to take the 2. He doesn't get it, as that will be time. And this one will be 39-21 at the half. Portledge down by 18. A lot of missed opportunities has been the story of the game. We'll see if Portledge has any response coming back into the third quarter. We'll be right back in 10 minutes' time. just about ready to get started once again here from Long Island Lutheran High School, as it's the Portledge Panthers sitting at 21 points, LuHi 39, as they're down by 18 going into the second half of play. Coach A.J. Allen just trying to regroup his guys and get something going for this Portledge team. They know that they can do it, but we'll see how they can do it. The starting five for Portledge coming out after the half is number 25, Anthony Foulette, number 24, Joseph Scandalios, number 21, Brandon Lorber, number 2, Isaiah Ross, and number 50, Dan Uncle Ronco. LuHi ball to start off. And no Zaire Baines to start the second half for Portledge. We'll see what they can do. As once again, LuHi in the white, Portledge in the blue. Now it'll be Jaden Pierre. He'll kick it to James Johns to Crowe. You can't stop Crowe. 6'9" center out of Canada, as now Portledge are down by 20. The Isaiah Ross, he'll have ball. Ross drives inside. Ross, shot has been hard. We've seen it. He hasn't been getting enough arc on the ball. James John, now it'll be cross court to Pierre. Pierre, floater, no good, in and out. Uncle Ronco had it, but he turns it over. Portledge putting their best defensive unit down on the floor to start off. They need a few stops if they're going to try and get back in this one and at least make it close. James Johns, he'll pass it to Pierre. Pierre has it on the left side of the court. Now it's Reed. Reed to Pierre. Pierre, back to Reed. Now Reed for three, long arc, no good, and rebounded by Scandalios. Now, Isaiah Ross has the ball. He'll kick it to Anthony Foulette. Foulette has it. He'll have it by the LuHi logo. Portledge are still bound by 20 as Foulette goes all the way cross court, and the shot is way short. Jaden Reed coming back up for the ball. Now Reed dishes it to Crowe. Slam, no good. Rebounded by Ross. Now here comes Ross. 360 spin. Ross all the way down, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. He is, in this game, 1 for 4 on his free throws.
LuHi fouls on number 3, Jaden Reed.
It's on Jaden Reed, his team's first of the half. Here's Ross's first shot from the line. It is good. He'll make his first, 41 to 22. Now Zaire Baines comes in for Dan Uncle Ronco. There's Ross's second shot. It's short again. He hasn't been able to get the arc. 2 for 6 on free throws for Ross. Now here is LuHi. James Johns passes it to Jaden Pierre. Now to Jaden Reed. Back to Johns. The ball movement looking good for LuHi. Inside slam alley-oop to Crowe. Oh my, that was nasty. Foulette will bring it up for Portledge after the alley-oop. And a missed pass, just turnover. Now another slam will just be a alley-oop lay, but it puts now LuHi 23 in front. Here is Ross, and this is going to be a timeout. Portledge, they're clearly not liking what they see outside of the first 3 minutes of this second half. They're going to have to regroup and get this thing going once again. Portledge needs to regroup. They need to get back into things. 5:30 left to go in the third quarter, and they have just been giving up the possession, turning it over. They need to do better if they want something to happen in this game, something to turn in their favor. Ross will be the inbounder. He's been the key player in this game. Zaire Baines has been quiet, only 4 points. As it will be Ross to inbound. He'll get it to Foulette. Now right back to Ross. Here's Ross. Ross drives inside. Lay no good. Portledge come back down with the rebound. A good offensive rebound, what they need. Foul. Foul on Jackson Crowe. And it'll be his third of the game.
Double foul. The Portledge foul is on number 50, Dan Onkaroko. That is his second, the team's first. The LuHi
also foul on Dan Onkaroko, so fouls each way, but it'll stay a Portledge ball.
The team's second.
Zaire Baines. Oh, yeah, the three. He tempted us. But now he'll step back. Oh, whole team on and kicked inside. Onkaroko. His reverse lay is no good. This one kept in by Baines. He'll throw it to Foulette, so Portledge come up with the ball. Foulette putting on the moves on Jaden Pierre. Now here's Baines. Baines is going to step up. He cannot hit. Here is James Johns. No good. It is short and a foul.
LuHi fouls on number 25, Jackson Crowe.
So Jackson Crowe, we're probably not going to see him much more in this game. 4 fouls for him, so he's going to get benched. And MD Undai comes back into the game for LuHi, the player from Cameroon. So it'll be Lorber to inbound off of Portledge taking the free foul. And he'll kick it into Baines. Baines needs to get hot. He hasn't been able to. And they need him to very soon. News 12 in the building today with us and a packed crowd here at LuHi. Here's Zaire Baines. Baines kicks it to Lorber. Lorber stepped out of bounds. Turnover, it'll be a LuHi basketball with a 45 to 22, 23-point difference in this game. Even though Portledge is down, they can't lose focus as it is blocked by Lorber, totally clean, and it'll be a Portledge ball. They can't lose the motivation. They might be down, but they need to show that they can stay within close range of top 25 teams in the country. Here's Anthony Foulette. Foulette had it. Almost got it stolen, but he still has it. Here's Zaire Baines. Baines needs to get something started. Now 28 points off of that 3,000 mark, and this will be a foul. Be on Jaden Pierre, his second of the game.
Fouls on number 1, Jaden Pierre. That is his second, the team's fourth.
Team's fourth foul of the game, so Portledge will remain with the possession. Ross is going to inbound long to Lorber, as here's Zaire Baines just trying to calm things down. Here is Baines. Baines. Oh, and they're going to call a block on Isaiah Ross for moving on the screen, illegal screen. So it'll be a turnover on Portledge. LuHi basketball.
The Portledge foul is on number 2, Isaiah Ross. That is his second, the team's second.
He was in the paint for 3 seconds, the LuHi offensive player, but there was no call on that. The fans outraged, the coach is outraged, as it's still a 23-point game with 3:27 left to go in this third quarter of basketball here from the Long Island Lutheran High School. Jaden Pierre to inbound, the D1 commit. He'll give it to his partner, Jaden Reed, and Reed is going to miss, but Pierre's there for the rebound, as now Portledge almost had it, and they'll lose the rebound again. They've been out-rebounded all day, attributing to their 23-point deficit, as the three-pointer is good. It was on perfect line there by Jaden Reed. This is just getting very, very, very bad for Portledge. as Isaiah Ross turns it over, and we'll see, yup, Pierre is gonna, oh, he missed it. He tried to go for the special slam, and Portledge will turn it over again. And now there'll be a foul. Portledge are just losing their focus, turning over the ball on every single possession.
Portledge foul is on number 2, Isaiah Ross. That is his third, the team's third. At the line, shooting 2 is number 20, MD Endra.
MD Undai is going to shoot 2. He stands at 6'10", class of 2023. First one is missed.
In the game for Portledge is number 24, Joe Scandalous.
Baines is going to come out. Nothing going for him in this game. Second one is made, so this will be now a 27-point LuHi lead. And we'll see if Portledge is going to put some points on the board. Foulette airballs it. Scandalios comes back up with it. Scandalios is going to bounce it off of the LuHi defender's foot, and it'll stay Portledge ball.
Coming into the game for the Crusaders is number 12.
Crusaders are going to make a change. Mingo is going to come in for James Johns, as now Foulette has it. Foulette turns it over, but he's fouled. It'll stay here. And this will be on...
LuHi foul is on number 3, Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed is second.
That is his second, the team's 5th.
As it'll be Lorber to inbound. Scandalios drives. He'll pull up from 2. Shot is off. Doesn't even hit the rim. Lorber gets it, though, on the other side. He'll drive inside, and he'll put it in for 2 points.
Number 21, Brandon Lorber.
It's Jaden Reed, and he leaves number 5, Lewis Hutchinson, open for 2 points. Anthony Foulette will bring it up. Portledge just trying to show off what their program is at this point in the game. Foulette, 360 around his back, and he gets it stolen. It'll be a foul. The fans are outraged on this one. A controversial call by the referee. Head coach John Buck for LuHi. He fell out of his seat when he heard the call.
Reed, that is his third.
Reed's third, so he'll stay in the game, but LuHi's not believing it's a foul. And Portledge is going to take it. Just waiting for the ref's decision, so it'll be an inbounds play on the side. Here it'll be Foulette to Ross to Scandalios. Scandalios has it. He'll dish it off to Ross. Ross gets the ball taken from him by Jaden Pierre. Pierre inside, missed layup by Reed. Second shot, no good. Portledge come out with the ball. Joe Scandalios driving. He dished it to Ankaranko. He keeps it in, and he'll turn it over. And now there's a foul. It'll be a block on Ankaranko, and it'll be a LuHi basketball.
Portledge foul on number 50, Dan Ankaranko. That is his third, the team's 4th.
51-24. Portledge down by 26 with 1:21 left to go in the third quarter of play. The D1 commit, Jaden Pierre, standing at 6'2", brings it up. He'll dish it to Reed, back to Pierre. Pierre, deep range, hits it. It was online the whole time. 30-point lead for LuHi. This is becoming a rout. Now Foulette has it. He'll pull up. Floater is no good. As Finley Sheridan comes down with it, and it's going to be another foul on Ankaranko, his 4th of the game. It'll be Brandon Torres to come in for Portledge.
The foul is on number 50, Dan Okoroko. That is his fourth, team's fifth.
The floater is no good, rebounded by Ross to Skandalios. Here comes Skandalios charging down. He'll try and hit Foulette, but he's going to keep the ball. Now he'll dish it to Torres. And Torres is going to get pickpocketed. Reed slams it down.
Number 3,
Jaden Reed. Foulette now in the corner. Can't hit it. And this will come out as a LuHi ball. Everything going against Portledge. All their mistakes that they could make, they are making. And this is going to be a foul on Lorber. It's going to be his third foul, team 6. LuHi 1 away from the bonus. Dylan Goodman comes into the game for LuHi. As here comes Jaden Pierre. Portledge still trying to try in this game with 10 seconds left to go. They've just missed their shots. And the free throws have been a problem along with the turnovers. You gotta say though, LuHi is an amazing team as they hit another three. Jaden Pierre at the buzzer as it's 59 to 24 going into the fourth quarter. This is a number 19 team in the country, number 8 last season. Portledge is unranked. They've played two very tough opponents back-to-back in number 8 in the country, Cardinal Hayes, and then now number 19 in the country, the Long Island Lutheran Crusaders.
24, and your Long Island Lutheran Crusaders, 58.
We look ahead, Portledge's schedule. They have 2 games before the playoffs next week. The playoffs will be on Valentine's Day, the day after the Super Bowl. So on Monday, they'll have the Stony Brook Stool away.
It's LuHi's fan of the game.
And they'll have St. Raymond Parochial School Saturday away. And then they'll have their PSAA quarterfinal on Valentine's Day in the Wellington Gym. We'll be there with that one for you. So Portledge will have 2 away games before coming home to play in the playoffs and then hopefully get to the state championship. We shall see what they do. But for Portledge, they've had some great victories this season. They've beaten Albany Academy, who actually plays in Long Island Lutheran's League. Long Island Lutheran's last game of the season, of their regular season, is against Albany Academy here. So they've been making statement wins, and the more that they play these tough opponents, the better that they will subsequently get in the end of things. Also, Portledge is bringing in some more athletes this upcoming cycle to make their team better and compete at a high level. They want to one day be where this LuHi team is currently, as it'll be Anthony Foulette to inbound for Portledge. He'll give it to Skandalios, and Skandalios will bring it up court at the start of the fourth quarter, 58 to 24 game. Portledge down by 34 as Skandalios gives it up, and Pierre will drive on him, and Skandalios will just foul to limit the layup. It'll be Skandalios' second foul, team 7, as now the bonus, I believe, is going to be in play.
Our last foul is on number 24, Joe Skandalios. That is his first to team 7. At the line shooting 2 is number 1, Jaden Pierre.
So it'll be Pierre. He'll miss it. So second shot coming for Jaden Pierre. Second shot is good.
Coming into the game for the Crusaders is number 11, Matt Mahoney.
Matt Mahoney comes into the game for LuHi. At this point, Portledge just trying to keep their heads high as they're playing such a tough opponent. They really need to do something to help them, to help themselves. As now it'll be Torres to Ross. The pressure from LuHi has just been unmatched. So, a lot of lessons to take away from this game as Ross misses, and it'll be Finley Sheridan on the rebound. Now Finley Sheridan to Goodman. Goodman has it on the baseline. Goodman now passes it to Mahoney, and Mahoney will put it in for three, 62-24. Portledge just out of answers at this point, as it'll be a timeout by A.J. Allen. And they'll just try and regroup here with 7:04 left to go, 62-24 game. Last time Portledge was here, I believe that they lost 74-32, something of that sort. It was a large margin, so we'll see if Portledge can lower that. And at this point, this is all just preparation for the playoffs. Portledge are a solid squad. They have their star players in Zaire Baines, who's been shut down today, Anthony Foulette, and Isaiah Ross. This team is going to go far. They're going to take a loss today. That'll be 2 in a row, but 2 in a row against top 25 in the country opponents. So they'll drop to 15-4 on the season. Still 7-0 in the conference. And then they'll get Stony Brook there on Monday, and then St. Raymond Parochial School on Saturday. And then we'll be with you throughout the playoffs for Portledge's run. They do have the #1 seed in the PSAA. They are the best team in the PSAA. They've just taken a tough loss here today. Coach A.J. Allen is going to learn from that. These players are going to learn from that. There's a lot of high-level people here at this game today. They're going to see that Portledge is a fighting team. And the day that Portledge beats LuHi is going to be one of the momentous days in Portledge basketball history. 6:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. Brandon Torres on it. Torres is going to pull up. Can't hit. Bricked it. Goodman for three. Everything is just going in, and you can see that Portledge at this point have nothing left to give. In that 65-24 game, Foulette is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
LuHi foul is on number 21, Finley Sheridan. That is his third, the team's 7th. At the line shooting 2 is number 25, Anthony Foulette.
Yeah, we'll see if we see the presence of Nick Siller here today. Siller shooting 83% from the field on 5 for 6. So we'll see if we get to see him today. This is a learning experience for Portledge. And in the end, they'll learn from this and they'll move on. As it'll be Mingo on the ball for LuHi. Mingo to Goodman. As driven inside, Lorber got the foul on him by number 13, A.K. Abu Saab.
Portledge foul is on number 21, Brandon Lorber. That is his 4th. The team's 8th.
So Lorber's 4th foul in this game. And it's a 67-26 game. 40-point difference. So the free throw is missed, but Finley Sheridan comes right back down with it. And they'll go to the line for 2 more shots. As Dano is going to be tacked with another one, as I'm pretty sure he's going to be fouling out.
Dan Onkoronko, that is his 5th, the team's 9th.
This Dan Onkoronko is going to be fouling out. So the teams will just bring it in. Onkoronko out of this game. Zaire Baines seems to be nursing his hand with an ice pack over there. Hope everything's okay with him, but no reason to push him in this game. The game's already lost. So they'll just rest him up and save him for Monday. 67-26 with 6:04 left to go in the fourth quarter here from Long Island Lutheran High School. Finley Sheridan's free throw. It's good. Portledge looked lively in the beginning of this game and once again ran out of gas. And we'll see how they're going to develop that gas, if it's a stamina thing, if it's just playing a top 25 opponent. Whatever it is, this Portledge team still has plenty of talent to get them across the finish line and get that state championship they've been wanting. Isaiah Ross at the logo. Ross inside, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The foul is on number 21, Finley Sheridan.
Finley Sheridan's third. Fourth foul.
Team's 8th.
Team's 8th, so 1-and-1s to come,
At the line, shooting 2,
even though it's 2 shots for Ross.
Ross.
69-26 game. Ross's first shot is no good. He's been shooting it hard. So here comes the second. Ross just, it's not there today. 2 for 8 on free throws for Isaiah Ross. Abu Saab from deep, misses. Rebounded by Mingo. Mingo can't hit. And here comes Foulette with a nice crossover move. Foulette all the way down the court. He's going to be fouled. We'll see Eli Sandy coming on for Portledge in this one. Number 3. He's been transforming into a varsity player. Him and Joe Scandalios led this JV Portledge team to the playoffs for their first time in their history as a #1 seed. So it'll be Sandy coming on.
In the game for the Crusaders is number 2, Noah Toussaint.
Noah Toussaint comes on for the Crusaders. As it's made there by Foulette, he'll get one more. 69-27. Goodman has it. He'll leave it for Mingo. Mingo stepped out of bounds. It'll be Lorber to inbound for Portledge. Here's Foulette. Foulette to Torres. Torres. Shot is good.
Number 13, Brandon Torres.
Sandy playing good defense. In a 69-29 game stolen by Foulette. Foulette's going to pull up. 3-pointer, and he'll get fouled. He'll go to the line for 3 shots. Foulette just putting more points on the board. He's averaging 18.5 per game so far.
Number 2, Noah Toussaint. That is his first, team's 10th. At the line shooting 3 will be number 25, Anthony Foulette.
Foulette's first, missed. He's going to be the face of the program next year. Portledge, 4 out of their 5 starters departing as seniors. So he's going to have to take over in this one. As Foulette makes 1, as he has 1 more on the 3-point play. That one is made. 69-31. Mingo passes it inside to Finley Sheridan. Sheridan's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line for 1-and-1. Fouls on Brandon Lorber.
LuHi foul is on number 21.
I believe his
Finley
5th.
Sheridan. That is his 5th. Team's 11th. Correction. The foul is on number 21, Brandon Lorber. That is his 5th. Team's 10th. At the line, shooting 2 will be number 21, Finley Sheridan.
We will see the entrance of Nick Siller into this game as he looks to keep his three-point shooting at its peak, a 69-31 game, which just can be described as a learning experience for Portledge in this one. It's been out-rebounded. Big thing for them. They have not been able to get the offensive rebounds. The turnovers have been in abundance, but at the same time, there's always bright spots on this team, and there always will be. As we see Siller come into the game, he is the senior on the team. All smiles on the Portledge bench as they know that they'll be okay for the playoffs. Finley Sheridan to shoot 2. Sheridan's first shot. That's good. Sheridan's second. It is no good, so here comes Foulette. He'll be the ball carrier. We'll see if Stiller gets the three-point shot he's been wanting, but Foulette will bring it in for 2 on a tough layup. 70-33. Sandy guarding at the top of the key on Mingo. Now here is Toussaint. Toussaint drives inside, in for 2. Here's Foulette. We'll see if he shoots it from 3 and he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line for 3. Mahoney's first foul, as Foulette is going to go to the line for 3 shots. Talked to Coach A.J. Allen a little bit more pregame, and he said, you know, Portledge doesn't get the opportunity to play top 25 opponents every single day. So no matter if it's a win or loss, they want to be playing the best of the best in their competition. They don't want to be playing sub-500 level teams. They want to be playing the best of the best, even if that means getting blown out or losing by a lot. They're immersing themselves. They're putting themselves in the best possible situation. As Foulette hits 2 out of 3 in a 72-35 ball game. Abu Saab had it. Toussaint to Abu Saab. Abu Saab can't hit it. Rebounded by Sandy. As here comes Anthony Foulette. That'll be a foul. Foulette will go to the line for 2 shots.
LuHi fouls on number 11, Matt Mahoney. That is his 3rd. Team is in the double bonus.
Foulette, 2 shots.
Line, shooting 2 will be number 25, Anthony Foulette.
It's made, first one. Nice swish on the bucket, 72-36. Foulette second, it's good. 72-37. As here come LuHi. Sandy playing hard defense on Toussaint. Siller on Abu Saab. Scandalio still pushing in this one. He never quits. And now that'll be a grab by Nick Siller on number 11, Matt Mahoney. So it'll be 2 shots.
22, Nick Siller. That is his first. Team is in the double bonus. At the line, shooting 2 will be number 11, Matt Mahoney.
You got to realize Zaire Baines really never got started in this game. He was in the game. He had 1 3-pointer, a tough one up against Jaden Pierre. But since then, he had 1 free throw that he made. And he got taken out of the game. There's just too tight of a defense where there was nothing going on to allow Baines to get started. Which we saw in the last game they played against LuHi. Baines was the main proprietor, the star, but shut down today. But he'll be back on Monday. Torres has it. believe this might be 3-second violation. I'm not sure what the call is. This is very confusing. Refs huddling up with 3:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. 74-37. Three minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 74-37 in this one. And the 5 on the floor for Portledge is Foulette, Torres, Skandalios, Siller, and Sandy. We'll see what the ref's call is.
It will be 3:02 on the game clock. 17.
It'll be Portledge ball.
Shot clock.
We're just waiting to get back started. So Torres will have it on the inbound play. Torres is going to drive, leave it for Skandalios. Now Torres once again. Torres for 3. Can't get it. Rebounded. Sandy has it. Sandy to Foulette. Foulette will get into it. No good. Rebounded by Abu Saab. AK Abu Saab on the ball. He gives it to Noah Toussaint. And now here's Ndaye. Joe pressuring hard. Joe Skandalios for Portledge. As here is Abu Saab. Abu Saab to Mahoney. Mahoney misses. And Foulette comes down with the ball. 2:15 left to go. Here's Skandalios. Controlling the play. Foulette. I'm not sure what happened there, but it'll be a Portledge ball.
Portledge ball.
Skandalios looking to... We're just waiting for a shot clock correction. Now the ball, they're saying the ball hit the rim, so the shot clock should be reset. No reset, so it'll be 24 seconds on the shot clock. Skandalios hit it, kept in. Now Torres for 3, can't hit. Joe Skandalios comes down with the rebound. Sandy for 3. No good. Ndaye comes down with it. Ndaye, no basket. No basket, foul on the floor. Ndaye is going to go to the line for 2 shots. In a 74-37 game.
Portledge foul is on number 13, Brandon Torres. That is his first. Team is in the double bonus. At the line shooting 2 is number 20, ND Jack.
74-37. As this one's no good, Portledge are going to fall to 15-4, 2-game losing streak for them, but against top 25 opponents in the country. And they'll have Monday against Stony Brook, who they beat by 40 points. When Zaire Baines set the Long Island scoring record, they'll have them away on Monday. As here's Skandalios for Portledge. Skandalios drives inside. He puts it up, and it'll be a foul. Skandalios to the line for 2 shots.
LuHi foul is on number 13, AK Abu Saab. That is his first. Team is in the double bonus. At the line shooting 2 is number 25, 34, Joe Scandalios.
Scandalios, 2 shots. Scandalios, a tri-varsity athlete. He played soccer in the fall, won the PSAA championship there, trying to win the PSA championship in basketball, and then in the spring trying to win the PSA championship in lacrosse in his senior year, the trifecta to go out. As Scandalios hits 1, so 75-30 with 1:30 left to go in the game. Here's Ndaye. Ndaye cross to Matt Mahoney. Now here's Dylan Goodman. Goodman drives inside, and he's not going to be able to get it. Ndaye comes back down with it. Mahoney to Toussaint. Toussaint to Abu Saab. Ndaye inside.
Number 20, MD
Ndaye made it. Brandon Torres has it. He'll pull up from mid-range, and he airballs as here comes Toussaint. Toussaint for LuHi. Inside fouled. He's going to the line for 2 shots. These Panthers 7-0 in conference play. They have guaranteed a home game in the first round and the number 1 seed, so all they need to do is win on Stony Brook on Monday, and they'll be set and ready to go for the playoffs. They won it last year in a weird COVID hybrid year, so they would like to win it in a legitimate season this year. As here comes Foulette, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The LuHi foul is on number 2, Noah Toussaint. That is his second. Team is in the double bonus. At the line shooting 2 is number 25.
Here's Foulette. First one is made.
In the game for Portledge is number 42, Sam Johnson.
Sam Johnson comes into the game for Portledge. His first appearance in a few weeks. As Foulette misses his second with 40 seconds left to go. Johnson looking to, he almost swatted the ball out there as Abu Saab misses. Here comes Foulette. Foulette's going to try and get it to Nick Siller on this possession. Siller wants to do it. Will he? He turns the ball. The ball stays with Portledge, but he was dribbling out of bounds.
Same way, Portledge ball.
Siller will inbound and give it away. Bumps off of Ndaye. And now Mahoney in the corner overshoots it. Abu Saab is going to get fouled, and there'll be 2 more shots. And a 77-40 game here at Long Island Lutheran High School.
That is his first. Team is in the double bonus.
Sam Johnson gets tagged with the foul.
Is number 13, King Abu Saab.
As Abu Saab's first shot is good. Here's Abu Saab's second shot. Johnson playing some mind games. And the second one is made. So Foulette will have it with 15. He might just let the clock run. We'll see. 10 seconds left to go in this game. Here's Eli Sandy. Sandy drives too hard on the lay. And that will be all from Long Island Lutheran High School. Portledge falling 79-40 in this one. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure here on this Saturday afternoon. Everyone, have a great weekend. Your final score, 79-40. Portledge loses. They fall to 15-4. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next Monday for Portledge against their to-be-determined PSAA quarterfinal opponent in the playoffs. Until then, have a great weekend. Thank you, and peace out.